hop out, valet, walk out. All these bands I lost count, cause I'm too up right now. Too up right now.
Hey. Okay. Fucking through big day sumo. Pulling card like Uno.
From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene just a few moments ago, predictably loud and raucous here at Arrowhead as their beloved Chiefs took field, and they are set to match up with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Arrowhead. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have. And he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now the first carry for Wendell Smallwood. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. And this is Ertz with it, right side. That one goes for 24 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Throwing on first is Wentz. He's going to let one fly for Tate. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Go. 81.
Wentz will try again on 2nd down. Look at the spin. Caught right side. It's Jeffrey. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. They give to Smallwood. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. They run again on first down to Smallwood. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Throwing is Wentz. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Justin Houston in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. They fake the give. Now Wentz under pressure again, and down he goes again. Chris Jones in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Wentz. Ertz has it left side. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Now to try the Eagle field goal, Jake Elliott from the left hash. This from 37. And the kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 21. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Ace! 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 Black 58 rail! Black 58 rail!
Mahomes going to hand it off to Hunt. So he got 3 or 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. They've got a second down and 8 to start things out. Now it's Hunt. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Here we go now. Green 90. Green 90.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. There's a running back who was a receiver on the play. I think he's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd went to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
They do go for it. It's Mahomes. And this is caught. That's Watkins. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. They run with Hunt. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On the run, this is Hunt. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45.
And that'll set him back 5. Not ideal there. That delay of game backs them up 5 yards, so now they need 7 yards on 3rd down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelsey, 26 yards. And the Chiefs are in for 6. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gassed,
right?
Yeah,
a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
Trey 15.
Wentz now on 1st down. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Chris Jones in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And they'll get him down here at the 23. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at 3rd down here. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this.
Great.
Now Wentz. And Jeffrey's got it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. An Eagle 1st down. Wentz hooking up with Jeffrey. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
82-14. 82. Black, come on.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Over the middle, complete to Tate. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy with the right foot in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
81.
They do go for it. It's Wentz. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Reggie Ragland. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back. Well, switching gears for a second, let's talk about all the offense that's been going on around the league.
Yes, please. Let's do it.
We've had 3 games where each team has scored 40 points. That didn't happen all of last year. And the most recent example, Week 6, that incredible 43-40 Pats win over the Chiefs.
A lot of people talk about when you make rules changes or you emphasize certain things that you have unintended consequences. Let's not kid ourselves. This was the intended consequence. Open up offenses, more scoring. We're seeing that, and we're seeing it, and fans are loving it. Defensive coordinators are hating it, but fans are loving it. And how about Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady, that New England-Kansas City game? Big throw for big throw, touchdown for touchdown, and Brady guides them to a field goal to win it in the end.
Yeah, the elder statesman, because Patrick Mahomes was just 5 years old when Tom Brady threw his first touchdown pass in the NFL.
Left. Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45. Pick it up, defense. Let's go.
On second down, here's Mahomes. Going for the deep ball. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
Slow.
Mahomes now to throw. And able to find Conley. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the play.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And Butker able to put this one through. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Elliott now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They run again with Hunt. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football, this is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
A toss play to Hunt. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Ace! Ace!
They'll toss it to Hunt. Leaping over him. That one good for 12 yards and a Kansas City first.
Oh, you Kareem Hunt. We know you've got the power. We know you've got the speed. Now how about that? Show us a little bit of that wiggle in there. How about that one, partner?
Can you imagine trying to tackle that? Yeah, I'll stay up here with you.
Left, 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 left. Hunt.
Here's Hunt. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
I got 15. I got 15. BBB. I'm going back to you. I'm going left, 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 left. Check, check.
Now Hunt. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Green 39. Green 39. Left, 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 left.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it was stopped on that play. We've had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to them the rest of the game.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. And too much on that one. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelce, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. To throw, it's Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a two-score game. And the kick by Butker is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the fourth quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Tate. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Now Wentz. Open man left side is Wallace, complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Mike Wallace, 46 yards. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score. And his kick is right through. Elliott now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
Indeed. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. So after the INT, here's Wentz. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drive,
a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Before getting it inside the 35. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now this time Mahomes will throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. He was looking for Watkins that time. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. It's brought in left side by Tate. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And this is Ertz with it, right side. 23 yards on the play.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. And off comes the Smallwood. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Derek Nottie makes the tackle.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Throwing now is Wentz. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Got a man open. It's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz, 32 yards. And the Eagles have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Elliott good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Elliott now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Going up top. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Good. Let's go now. Right 18. Right 18. Half.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this be who you are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way you're...
And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Josh Adams, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Elliott good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Elliott now to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Henny. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one goes for 24 yards.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Counting down toward a minute to go in this football game. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted. One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Let's go. Rip. Hey, stack. Black. There,
Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And got his man complete. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10.
81. That's it.
On 1st down, Wentz. Throw right side taken in by Wallace. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board.